It just hit me. Like, I had an epiphany. At the very least, I'm going to be beating a dead horse here. If for nothing else, you've probably heard all of it over and over and over again on YouTube. But the perfect comparison just came to me. And when it did, I was like, gotta do a video on it. Because it's what I do. It's what I know to do. First of all, that is a spoiler warning if you're not caught up on Game of Thrones. I'm going to talk about some shit from the last episode again. But if you've been on social media in the past couple days, you probably already had it spoiled for you, so whatever. And this video is brought to you by me. Because this one's from me. Alright, so Daenerys Targaryen, she's Anakin Skywalker. Like in every sense of the word. It was planned that she would go bad from the beginning. Check. Foreshadowing of that turn along the way. Check. Right up until they turn. She seems like a good person. Check. And at the drop of a fucking hat, willing to kill children. Check. It's Anakin Skywalker. Like to the letter. Some people in the comment section are apparently under the impression that I hate that she turned bad. No, it's not that. It is the execution. The most common counterexample is that there was foreshadowing along the way. Check. Foreshadowing is not character development. Just because you foreshadow that something's going to happen doesn't mean you've taken the audience and the character together on a journey in which the audience is gonna buy that. And just like Anakin Skywalker, Daenerys turning bad, looking forward to that. We were all looking forward to seeing Anakin turn bad, and since about season 2 or 3, when people started naming their kids after Daenerys, I was like, oh, please let her go bad. That could have been the greatest flip in television history. Not only did I want to see the doughy-eyed look in the children's faces when they look at their parents like, Mommy, why did you name me after the bad lady? Oh, you're named after your Uncle Danny, who you've never met. You know what? Go play with your cat, Danny. Shit, how do you rename your kid? But I thought turning Daenerys into a villain, that could have been awesome, but you had to take some time to do that. But no, this was really like Anakin. Anakin goes from, I'm gonna turn you over to the Jedi Council, Chancellor. 15 minutes later, yeah, I guess I will kill kids. With Game of Thrones, we go from Sir Davos being like, what if Westeros was ruled by a good woman and a good man? Oh yeah, she's good, and she looks like she's, I guess I will kill kids. Well, that was abrupt. About as abrupt as Anakin's turn. It's a shame, it's a bummer, because there is, if I'm gonna reference the movie Armageddon, you know how Armageddon had that line, and when the meteor was past the line, it was like, that's the point of no return, we can't do anything now. Character arcs are very much the same way. It's kind of like Rey. After The Force Awakens, I thought the best arc they could do with Rey is turn her bad. But then after The Last Jedi, she ends The Last Jedi being so good, like good, straight arrow, straight edge, boring hero good, that her flip into the dark side in episode 9 just wouldn't make any sense at all. And a throwaway foreshadow line of Luke Skywalker talking about, you went to the darkness, you didn't even fight it, from The Last Jedi wouldn't be enough for me to buy her going bad in episode 9 if they do it, which I don't think they will, because again, they're past the Armageddon meteorite line threshold thing. Anyhow, that's just today, I realized it. Anakin Skywalker's flip and Daenerys' flip, they so parallel each other, right down to the bad writing of them, that I don't buy either of them. And in both cases, I guess if I read the books, I guess I'll get it more. Like, I guess there's this Targaryen book. If I read it, I'll understand. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to go outside the movies to understand Star Wars. I shouldn't have to go outside the show to understand Game of Thrones. And I will say, I want to emphasize, this isn't to get down on anyone who does buy her flipping to villainy. Because there are people who totally bought Anakin Skywalker's flip. They didn't think it was too abrupt, but whatever. People, that's life. People don't see things how other people see things. We all see things differently. But this is just how I see it. I see Daenerys' turn like Anakin's turn, and I didn't like how abruptly Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side, and I don't like how abruptly Daenerys turned to the dark side. So when that hit me, had to do a video on it, so here you go. Which is also me saying my last Game of Thrones video might have pissed off some Game of Thrones fans. This might piss off some Game of Thrones fans and some Star Wars prequelists. Point is, if you like this video, if you could give this video a like, that would probably help me out a bit. I would appreciate that. So Daenerys turning to the dark side of the Force like Anakin. Do you see it how I see it? Do you see it differently? Do you like Daenerys' turn? Do you not like Anakin's turn? Do you like Anakin's turn? Do you not like Daenerys' turn? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.